I don't think it's a secret that most car buyers have a negative perception of car dealerships. A lot of customers cite that they feel car dealerships are manipulative and they feel like they've been taken advantage of more times than once in the car buying process. Hence the reason why so many people will pay more for a car at places like Carvana and CarMax just to avoid the annoying process of buying a car at a regular dealership. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Eddie. Thanks for joining me on this ride today. Well, I'm not really riding today. I'm already at the job, so I'm parked. Over this past year, I've shopped for cars way more than I would like to. I shopped for my new car. I shopped for my mom's used car, as well as one of my cousin's used cars as well. And although the dealerships that I eventually ended up working with were great, on the process to finding those dealers, I ran into so many that by far was some of the most annoying processes in any industry that I've ever dealt with. So here's three things that really suck about buying a car. And over the next 5 years or so, I hope that they change. One, salesmen. When it comes to a big automotive group, I really hate that the car salesmen aren't actually car salesmen. Like, let's just be honest. They're essentially middlemen. They can't decide on anything to do with the price. They don't know what the car is at invoice. They don't know what discounts outside of manufacturer discounts that the overall automotive group is going to be willing to discount the car. They can make absolutely no decisions. Anything you want, you have to talk to them. They have to run it to a manager. They come back to you. They run it back to a manager. It just makes the car buying process extremely annoying. Now, I understand why they do this, right? They do it for two different reasons. One, it gives the car salesman the appearance that they're like working and fighting for you. Like, I'm sure you've heard that before if you've purchased cars a few times in your life. I'm going to go fight for you. I'm going to go work for you. You know what I mean? It makes them seem and feel like they're doing a lot for you, when in reality, they're just walking over to a desk and asking questions. It also gives them like plausible deniability, right? Like, if a deal can't be done, like, I've heard this so many times. Oh, if it was my dealership, I'd do it. But, I don't make the decisions. My manager does. Like, at that point, it's like, what's the point? Like, I think it would make it so much smoother, so much easier if every automotive group gave their salesmen a little bit more power. If they did, the turnover rate would probably be less. I'm sure it would feel a lot more empowering for them, as well as make it a lot smoother process for the people purchasing the vehicles as well. Because they could say with confidence that this is a number that I could give you off of this car. Now, I know it will be a lot of work to tell every single salesperson what they'd be willing to lose or what they'd be willing to discount on every single car. But we're in 2025. Technology is abundant. All you have to do is make some sort of system in the inventory that tells them exactly what invoice is, which I'm sure they already have in terms of managers, what the cars usually sell for and what they'd be willing to discount them for. Now, obviously, if anyone asks over anything in that system, then they could just go to their manager then. But it would make it a lot simpler, a lot easier just to buy a car that way. And the salesman would probably have more sales with a little bit less work. Second thing that I really can't stand is this whole fine print way of selling a vehicle. Like, here's the price of the vehicle, and then you look down at the bottom of the website, car may have such and such, a dealer add-on, blah, 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 blah. It'll make it a lot easier if they just posted on the website in clear verbiage that every vehicle they sell has some sort of protection package added to it, and the price of it is, $700, $800, whatever that price may be. But it's really annoying to see the price of a car online, and then once you really start getting into the nitty-gritty of it, you have a $700 protection package. You got nitrogen in the tires, which has been proven to do absolutely nothing for the customer. There's all sorts of different add-ons. It's honestly false advertisement at its finest, but for some reason they're able to get away with it in the car business where people in other businesses can't. Like, you're not going to buy a refrigerator that says $3,000 online and then you get there and it's $6,000. Like, that's just not going to happen in any other industry, but it happens in the car industry so much, and there has to be some sort of regulation to it. Like, I think they're cracking down a little bit, but it's still not enough, because over this process of shopping for my vehicle, my mom's vehicle, it was so many times where the price listed was nowhere close to the price that it actually was. I'm talking, I've seen some of the most ridiculous reconditioning fees on the used car side than I've ever seen in my life. One vehicle had a $2,500 recon fee. I get my car detailed every now and then, and the most expensive package, I'm talking about like the works that I've ever seen, was like $800 or $900. Like, where are they getting $2,500 for a recon? They would sell so many more cars if they were just more transparent. It's really frustrating. And the last thing I'm going to say that's really annoying, and I hope changes soon, is the finance office. Oh man, I don't want to overgeneralize, because I know people in the car industry. I don't think every car salesperson is sleazy. I don't think every finance manager is a bad person and is out to manipulate people out of their money. But I do think a lot of the finance process is very manipulative. And a lot of it made me really upset in terms of like my mom searching for a car. At first, she was doing it on her own and she was just getting really overwhelmed. When you get back to the finance office, they start using these really manipulative terms like peace of mind and protection and safety. And they just start throwing out all these words that even if you don't think about it, they do trigger a emotional response in you. Like, even as somebody who knows all the tricks and games, when he got to the whole peace of mind spiel about the extended warranty, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was considering it, even though I knew I didn't want an extended warranty when I went in there. So they really try to play on your emotions in the finance office. And when they're talking about all these add-ons and packages and warranties that they're going to add to your vehicle, they very rarely try to give you the upfront price of it. They break it down monthly. Like, oh, it's only going to add $5 a month. It's only going to add $10 a month. It only adds $15 a month. It's not even that big deal. So I always ask, what's the price of it? Which is usually for the whole shebang is around $3,000, which means they're probably charging you $1,000 for gap insurance, which, come on, man, like, gap insurance doesn't cost that much. If you were to get gap insurance from your, like a credit union, it'd be $400 or $500. Like, it doesn't cost $1,000 for gap. So almost always, if you just need gap or want gap, you can get that for way cheaper and never pay the first quote that they give you. And then there's the games that come along with it. Like, I experienced this as well when buying this car. I was quoted a 5.5% interest rate just from Kia. Like, that's just what the manufacturer offered. But they said, hey, if you buy this extended warranty, we can actually bump that down to a 3.5, which, by the way, is illegal. Like, that's illegal. It's 100% illegal. You can't offer somebody a separate product or service and tell them if they buy it, you'll give them a cheaper interest rate. Like, imagine if people did that with homes or refrigerators or literally anything else. Like, I don't know why some of the things that are allowed to happen in the car industry can happen. It just doesn't make sense to me. And what pissed me off about that the most is he was framing it like he was doing me a favor. That's what really gets on my nerves. He was framing it as if he was doing me a favor. But in reality, what he was doing is saying, hey, choose which way you want me to make money. Which, if he would have worded it like that, I would have been completely fine with it. I don't want car dealerships to not make money. I actually think car dealerships are needed. I'm not one of the people who thinks that they're not needed at all. I want them to make money. I want them to be able to survive. But don't frame it like you're helping someone when in reality, you're just giving them a choice of how you want them to make money. Do you want them to make money on the back end with the APR? Or do you want them to make money on the front end by selling you a product or service? Like, why can't we just speak like that? Like, why do we have to have all this jargon and make it sound like something is not, or make it a little more confusing than what it is? Like, why do you want a customer to walk out from your establishment not feeling like they were taken care of, or not feeling like they got a good deal, or 3 months later feeling like they made a mistake? Like, there's so many buyers who have buyer's remorse nowadays. I don't know how structured this video was. It was more of a rant than structure, but I try to give it a little bit of structure. But anyways, if you like this, make sure you leave it a like. Thanks for riding with me today. I know we didn't actually drive because I'm already at work and I got to get in there. I'm going to be late. Until next time, it's your boy Eddie. Peace.